No, 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 go away, go away, go away. Oh, we got a champion. Awesome. No, go, no, 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 no. Oh, no, the boss. No, I'm running the boss. So ever since Skyblock had the mayor update, Hypixel had a lot of cool things added to the game. I mean, like, there's now these new mythological creatures, which is just crazy. Typically, to fight these mythological bosses, you would need some of the best gear in the game, and probably some pretty high skill levels. Now, myself, I just don't have good skill levels. I mean, like, I literally just hate grinding out skills, and because of that, I struggle a lot trying to do these bosses. I die like every single time, but what I kind of found out earlier in my live stream was that we could possibly use magic to kill these creatures. Also, I do know that a lot of you guys are just not subscribed to this channel, and that's because a lot of people just forget to hit that subscribe button. So if you could help me out and just double check that you're subscribed, that would just be awesome. Anyways, here is how we broke the new Skyblock update with magic. Now, let me be honest, my skills just completely suck. I mean, I'm farming 24, mining 30, combat 39, forging 25, fishing 23, enchanting 20, and my only level 50 skill is alchemy 50. And then we have carpentry 50, I guess that's another level 50 skill, but that really doesn't matter. And then runecrafting 25, I have taming 30, and then there's dungeoneering, but that doesn't really matter today. But like, still, my skills completely suck, and I just can't do these mythological bosses. But with the mayor update, I mean, we have Mayor Diana, that is our first ever mayor in Skyblock. She brought the mythological ritual, which is spawning these mythological creatures, which is actually very interesting, but the thing that sucks is you need the best gear or the best skills in the game to actually compete with anything about this event. So the way to find these burrows, which is what they call them, so you can like dig up these creatures. So there's one way to find where these creatures are, and you can use this this special shovel called the ancestral spade to find the location of the like where you can dig up the areas, and then you can either find treasures or dangers, which is when the mobs spawn, obviously. It's very interesting, but that's not really all. I mean, you have this spade, right? But you have to have something else. You need to have the griffin pet, and with this legendary griffin pet, this is like where you get those like super high level creatures, so you can get those special drops that sell for like a ton of coins. But it costs 250 million coins for this pet. Well, that's kind of overpriced. I think this one's 200. Yeah, they cost about 200 million coins, which is just extremely, it's super expensive. But that's not all. In order to actually be able to kill these bosses, you need this sword of revelations, which is like another 40 mil down the drain. Now, the reason you do need this sword is because it deals plus 200% more damage to these mythological creatures. But I mean, obviously, if you did have like a 1 billion coin emerald blade, you wouldn't really have to use this weapon. But for our sakes, I'm not very rich, so we would have to use this weapon. But after I did buy this pet, and after I did buy that weapon, I tried to do these bosses, and I died every single time. I died probably, I don't think I even killed one boss. That's how bad I am. That's how low my skills are. And I just couldn't deal enough damage. So then, as I said in the intro, I was on my own live stream, and someone told me, try killing it with magic, and that's what we did. So firstly, you know, I have some basic magic weapons. I have an ink wand, I have a frozen scythe, and a voodoo doll. These are some pretty good weapons for like magic related things. But well, the only logical set to use would have been the Y set, which is what we have right now. So we have the Necrotic Reforge, and it gives us just more intelligence. And overall, the reason we want this Y set is because if you see the full set bonus, it gives us the abilities to only cost 2/3 of the normal mana cost. This just means we can use all of our mana abilities and just, you know, overall do a lot more damage and never really run out of mana. But this is kind of where we ran into an issue. So we have these few weapons here, right? And I guess we can try doing some of these mythological bosses. So let's try heading towards the next area and get a boss and see if we can kill it. Number 1, and it just points us to this direction. Okay, let's dig up our first ever creature, and oh god, it's a golem. Okay, boy! Come on. Come on. Okay, so the one issue about the golems is that firstly, you can only do damage every 6 hits, which means all of these hits are doing basically nothing. And that means we can't use Voodoo Doll either, because the Voodoo Doll just doesn't register on golems. So this is definitely impossible. The good news is though, we are not running out of mana, and that's why we are using a Y set, So I think what we can do is kind of just trail the golem behind me. So the good news is we're not actually running out of mana at all. Oh, I was just glitched. Oh my gosh, but we always have to keep moving. And that's because if we stand still, then he's just gonna lightning strike us and kill us. But as long as we can keep trailing him, we should be able to kill him because, you know, we're not running out of mana and we're pretty much infinitely being able to shoot this guy. And, oh man, that lightning strike. And he should be dead. We killed him. We got I don't really know how we got a poisonous potato, but we got a bunch of boss drops, which is cool. That was the golem boss. I guess it was doable with the frozen scythe, but to be honest, that did take a pretty long time. This is the second boss. Okay, let's see what it is. It's another golem. Okay, I'm just gonna die to this guy, so I want to try testing this out. The next boss. Okay, let's see which one we get. We got we got a -100. This is actually like one of the weakest ones ever. We could literally just one tap this guy. Ready? And he's dead. All right, another boss, and oh, we got the same thing. These things are just too easy. And he is dead. And oh, we got the Minotaur this time. Okay, this one's a little bit harder because it does a lot more damage and it like throws things at you, but this one does not have like a little tick delay. So what we can do is use the voodoo doll on it. Oh man, oh, we're cornered. But we can use the voodoo doll on it, and what it does is it just overall does a lot of damage over time. So it's a pretty good weapon. But this is actually pretty easy. All we do is just literally sit here. This is easier than the golem boss, and the golem boss does way less damage than this guy. All right, let's voodoo doll it again. Let's drop an ink wand on it. Oh wait, we're on cooldown. Okay, we have 5 seconds. We can use the ink wand. But definitely I'm feeling if we just have a little bit more powerful weapons, we can easily kill these things a lot faster. And there we go, we killed them. So there's 2 more bosses that we haven't seen yet, and they are like way harder. They have like 10 million HP, but that's kind of beyond the point. We can kill these bosses with magic, and honestly, I don't think that this was intended for the update. Maybe it was, but I haven't really seen anyone use the magic to kill these bosses. And here's the thing about magic, right? So magic doesn't do much about skills. The magic damage is based around how much how much intelligence you have. And because I have 1800 intelligence, I deal a pretty good amount of damage. So really, my strength doesn't matter, my crit damage doesn't matter, my crit chance, none of that stuff matters. The only thing that matters is how much intelligence I have. So what I'm kind of thinking now, we could try getting a better armor set that gives more intelligence. So then here we go. We have a fully maxed out, recombobulated, necrotic wise dragon armor set. But the one thing that's quite interesting about this set is that every single piece has the enchantment named Wisdom 5. And what Wisdom 5 does is we gain 5 intelligence for every 5 levels. That is actually pretty overpowered. So now if we swap to this set and throw that guy on, we now have 2300 intelligence, and that's just 600 more than what we just had. That's awesome. So now with this upgrade of intelligence, we are going to be dealing a lot more base damage. But you can kind of see that, you know, these are some pretty cool weapons, but they're not that good. There's a few new weapons we can probably try out to maybe deal some better damage. And along with that, we have now obtained ourselves 2 new weapons that are probably some of the strongest magic weapons in the game. We have the Spirit Scepter and the Yeti Sword. These 2 weapons are like I think they're some of the best weapons in the game for magic damage at the moment, but they're pretty powerful weapons. The Spear Scepter is pretty much just an upgraded frozen scythe. It just deals a lot more damage than it, and it kind of does the same thing. It just throws stuff at the mobs and does damage. It's this, for an example, this one's a bat, as the frozen scythe is just like a piece of ice being thrown at it. But either way, and then we have the Yeti Sword, which I'll just show you what it does. It flings stuff into the air, and it just slams on the ground and does a boatload of damage. Here's another example. We'll click it again, and it's so weird. It just flings stuff into the air. Oh, we found some treasure. And, oh, it's another Minotaur. Okay, let's try this out now. Okay, let's use Voodoo Doll. Let's try doing some of this stuff into him. Oh my, that did 400,000 damage? That just did 400,000 damage on that one hit. Oh my god, this thing is OP. It's shredding his health. I mean, I think we have to be a little bit more accurate with it, but this thing is so good. We didn't even need to use the Spirit Scepter. That was OP as crap. Ooh, piece of treasure. Oh, we got another Minotaur. Okay, let's try using the Spirit Scepter this time. Oh my, I think this does a lot. Oh my god, this is still shredding it. Oh, we ran out of mana. I guess that's kind of the downside to the Spear Scepter. We ran out of mana so fast. Okay, let's just use the Yeti Sword. This thing's more fun. Okay, stop running. Come here. Just hit it. It does so much more damage and also uses so much less mana, and it's so much more fun to use as well. Hopefully we can get ourselves like a harder boss this time, just to kind of test it out. And nope, we got cats. Okay, and Oh, we got a champion. Awesome. Okay, so the champions I believe I can kill. They're pretty high in HP, but if I can just sit here in a good distance and then just, you know, use the Yeti sword and just hit this guy, I should be able to kill it. Let's just see if we can actually hit him, though. Oh, yeah. You can see we're doing a... Oh, my gosh. We're shredding his HP right now. 7 mil HP he's standing at right now. He's going 6 mil. Dude, this is actually pretty OP. Because my stats are so bad that if I were to try meleeing him with like a superior armor set or like something that had really good defense, I would not be able to kill him. But I have really bad defense, really bad stats right now, and all I'm doing is just using magic. That's kind of crazy. Okay, let's use the Spirit Scepter. But the kind of bad thing that does seem with this is that he's standing under a tree, and we can't really hit it because the blocks are hitting the top of the tree. But for now, he's not under the tree, so we should be able to keep just doing a lot of damage to him. He's at 4 mil HP. There's a bunch of like randoms around here, kind of annoying because the thing's exploding on the randoms, and I'm not actually being able to hit this guy. But he's at 3 mil HP now, going down the 2 mil. Yeah, we should be able to actually kill this guy, and this is normally really hard. He's at 1 mil HP, 700k, 200. We just killed him. We just killed the champion without him, like, even hitting us, and we weren't even near him at all. It looks like the mage weapons are actually pretty overpowered on these mythological creatures, because for me, I don't have high enough stats to actually be able to kill them, so that's actually really good for me. No, the boss. No, I'm running. The boss is after me. Ooh, a piece of treasure. Ooh, piece of treasure. And I hate this. This game sucks. This game is so bad. This game